The principles within the ethical framework haven't changed, and they, of course, set out this is a very, very important area around working within limits of competence. So just because you sit in a certain membership category certainly doesn't mean that you can't practice competencies from other columns associated with another membership category, as long as you're working safely and ethically.
As always, when you've completed an accredited course, your training is eligible for accreditation, but you will go into the registered member category while you gain those post-qualifying hours, and then you can apply for accredited member status. But as always, if it's an accredited course, whether it's level 4 or level 7, it will have gone through that accredited course application procedure. And that means that students coming out of those courses, they have completed training that means that they are eligible to meet the training requirement for the accredited member application process. If you have an appropriate qualification, you're a registered member, you've gone through all of that, then no, you don't have to become accredited. But, as we've said, if you want that mapping onto the SCoPEd framework and to be able to have that accreditation, then you do need to go through that process. And just to say about that, really, that it is a choice, but practitioners, lots of therapists, I think, find that process very useful in terms of consolidating experience, consolidating practice, and then just having that confidence of that accreditation. So yeah, still a choice, but it can be very useful to do it.
Our current processes around annual renewal will pretty much be the same. So you won't need to do further pieces of accreditation work, if you like. Once you become accredited, you are accredited. Of course, there is the annual renewal process where you have to confirm various questions like your adherence to the ethical framework, that sort of thing. And then, of course, you could be randomly selected for audit. And in that instance, you need to submit some information about what CPD that you've done and supervision, etc.